Ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight I'm going to do a recap of all the playoff games that went down tonight. All right, so let's start off with the Jazz versus the Mavericks. Obviously, in this game, no Luka Doncic. He's dealing with that calf strain. Who knows if he's going to be able to play? To supposedly he's day today. We'll see if he can play in game two. But man, I thought Dallas played a really good ball game tonight. I thought just obviously the difference was they had a superstar in Donovan Mitchell and the Mavericks didn't. But I thought, I think they could have won this game tonight. I really did. I think if it's really possible that if Luka Doncic plays tonight, I think they win. But it's very understandable, man. Without the services of Luka Doncic, man, it's gonna be tough to win, especially in Utah, man. But I'll give a round of applause to Jason Kidd and those guys, Spencer Dinwiddie, uh, Reggie Bullock, Danny Finney-Smith, Jalen Bronson. I thought they did their best they could. Different was the other team had a star in Donovan Mitchell, and the Mavericks did not have a star in Game One because of the absence of Luka Doncic. But that was the story in Game One. I think Dallas could have really won that ball game, especially if they would have had Luka. Let's move on to Game Two. Game Two, the upset. I told Larry Memorabilia last time we were shooting the shit that I expected. There's always an upset, right? In the game ones, there's like a 7 upset to 2 or an 8 upsets to a 1. So there was the upset. The Minnesota Timberwolves upset the Memphis Grizzlies. The 7 upsets to number 2. Minnesota is riding high after winning that playing game on Tuesday night versus the Clippers. Anthony Edwards was once again fantastic. I believe 36 points. Carl Towns redeemed himself after having a terrible game on Tuesday. He redeemed himself tonight by having, I believe, 29 points. I believe he had like over 10 rebounds as well. They really seem to struggle tonight with Carl Towns. That the Grizzlies, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if they got the bigs, Jaren Jackson and Steven Adams. I don't know Steven Adams, man. I don't know if this is the same guy from the Oklahoma Thunder days. Is he a little bit washed up? I don't know. But they really struggled tonight guarding Carl Towns, man. And then Anthony Edwards went ham. Now, D'Angelo Russell didn't have a good game tonight. On Tuesday was more Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell. Tonight it was more Anthony Edwards and Carl Towns. But yeah, man, they're gonna have to they're gonna have to figure some stuff out. Are the Memphis Grizzlies? They gotta figure out how to guard Carl Towns. I think Jaren Jackson's got to be more on the post. I think he took like three pointers and he missed all of them. Got to get his ass on the post. You have enough 3-point shooters going around, with Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks and John Morant, Kyle Anderson, all those guys. Get your ass on the post. Jaren Jackson. But that was the biggest thing I took away from that game. They just had no answer in game one for Carl Towns. And Anthony Edwards, like I said, was pretty damn good too. Game 3, we get into the blowouts. At the Toronto, I thought they showed up. Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Van Fleet, all these guys. I just don't think they're good enough. I think they're a juggernaut. This team right here, I never seen Tobias Harris play this good ever since they got James Harden. If he's gonna play like this, Tobias Harris, they're in trouble. Maxey, he was their best player tonight. 38 points for Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid kind of took a seat back. I think only like 19 points, whatever it was. Joel Embiid didn't even had to be like the Batman tonight because Maxey was going off. Harden, I believe, had 22. Tobias Harris had 26. If they're gonna play like this with all four averaging around 20 points, this might be 4 or 5 games. Wrap it up and bow it up and put a bow on it. And look, Toronto now, you got the injury with Scotty Barnes. It's not looking good. They cannot afford all 4 of these. And they still got Danny Green, who didn't have a good game. Like, you cannot have all these 4 guys James Harden, Joel Embiid, Taras Maxey, and Tobias Harris all go for like over 20 points. You just cannot do that if you're Toronto. Toronto's going to have to find a way to at least slow down two of them if they want to have a chance. Because the way they played tonight, man, all four of them, forget about it. And then the last game, look, I mean, obviously the Warriors, get Steph Curry back. He looked kind of, at first I'm like, he looked 100%, but he was missing a lot of shots. He wasn't even looking to score. I'm like, is this guy even, like, is he just out there to be a decoy or what? But then he ended up with 16 points. He got better in the second half, and he ended up having a pretty decent game coming off the bench. The biggest star was Jordan Poole. Jesus Christ, I believe 30 points. The guy was flat out fantastic. Klay Thompson did his thing. But yeah, man, Jordan Poole, man. Andrew Wiggins had a nice game. If I'm the Warriors, I'm excited because Thompson, man, if he has an off night sometimes, because maybe he's a little bit fatigued from not being used to play all these games. Jordan Poole is starting to become a fantastic player for that team. That's the biggest thing you took away. You played team basketball. You got Steph Curry back. He got better as the game went on. Ended up with 16 points. But yeah, Jordan Poole was the star of the night for the Warriors with those 30 points. And then Denver, look, they're shorthanded, of course. You know what you got with Nikola Jokic, but after that, no Jamal Murray, no Michael Porter. I'm sorry, but Aaron Gordon, wow, once again. Last year choked, this year in game one chokes again. I don't know about Aaron Gordon. I think they fucked up that trade. Trading Aaron Gordon. What was did they trade him for? No, because Jeremy Grant's on the Pistons, but they got Aaron Gordon from the Magic. But yeah, they should have never traded. They should have just never traded that Aaron Gordon. They should just re-sign Jeremy Grant. Yeah. They pretty much went younger. They tried to go with a younger version of Jeremy Grant than Aaron Gordon. But this guy has stunked it up. Last year, I believe they played Portland, stunked it up. This year, versus so far in game one versus the Warriors, once again stinks it up. And he's supposed to be like the second best player on the team, right? If Jamal Murray and Michael Porter are not there, and he sucked up, man. Will Barton was probably the second best player tonight after Nikola Jokic. But yeah, man, what a disappointing. Hopefully he plays better because what a disappointing he's been in the playoffs last year, and so far in game one tonight, just another huge disappointment was Aaron Gordon. But yeah, I just think that Toronto and Denver don't have enough to compete. Unless Nuggets can get Denver Nuggets can get Jamal Murray and Michael Porter back. I just don't think they have enough firepower to compete versus Curry, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins. I just don't think they have enough. Same thing in Toronto. They simply don't have enough either to compete versus Joel Embiid, Taras Maxey, James Harden, Tobias Harris, Danny Green. Don't have enough. We'll see tomorrow what happens with the other 4 games. But I think Minnesota raised a lot of eyebrows. I think Dallas raised a lot of eyebrows with the way they play without Luka in a loss. The other 2 games, you could see Toronto probably doesn't have enough firepower to go against Philadelphia, and Denver, unless they can get their players back, they just don't have. They also probably don't have enough firepower to go up against the Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I have to say tonight. Until next time, thank you for watching.